36 of our Bring Civilization Back Trust. My name is Augustin Thomas. If it's the first chapter you watch, just go through all the chapters. It's about 36 chapters right now. There's other videos also. It's a long story. All these chapters we're doing now, they're more like we're putting together the whole story that I'm facing for over 2 years. That's the background, and then I'm illustrating it with some tourism tips, some cooking recipes, and other matters related to my life. So, but the big picture is to bring the civilization back, is to bring back manners and habits that we used to have until the 90s when I started my career on sales. When I started my career on sales, we would do even dinners with the captain. That was Grimaldi. It's an Italian steamship line that every time they would have a new line, they would invite all the clients to go have dinner with the captain to know the vessel and everything. But now, 2020, with 24 years of globalization, all this culture, all this habits have been just vanished from Earth. And now we live in this savage times where we have coronavirus and all that. Like it's really savage. And what we was stated on the Huffpost now in February is we live in the golden age of the white collar crimes. What does that mean? Like there's no respect, there's no laws, there's nothing. It's just everything's about the money, and that comes from this Asian culture of no money, no talk. So you put money on the table, you talk. And so that's just the opposite of what we do. It's the opposite of who I am. And I have proved in several occasions to give massive results to the companies I represent. So, and then in this particular case, which is the ones that I'm fighting here, is Wisconsin Finest Cheese, Whitehall Specialties. It's the cheese manufacturers and distributors in the United States. They'll be serviced with millions of dollars on sales from as my results. Shiva Rice and TMP Rice Mill in Bangkok, Thailand, service with millions of dollars on sales from my work, my civilized work. And Alexandre Almeida from Grupo Minar Ardoza Figueiredo, which they are associated with American Heritage, Watson's Billiards, Presidential Billiards, Family Leisure, and other companies in the USA. They work in the billiard pool table manufacturing. Also serviced at millions of dollars on sales coming from my results, from my hard work of years, okay? Cheese, about 6 years. Slate, from about 15 years. Rice, 10 years. All these companies service with millions of dollars on sales from my service, my civilized commercial promotion marketing work, and which is very sophisticated because it's international. So I understand letters of credit, international payments, bureaucracy, international finance, shipping. I'm a logistician in the USA. I have an H-1B visa. It's one of the most difficult visas to get, and it's based only on knowledge and experience. So I have all this. These companies were serviced with massive results, but then once they're there, I was victim of white collar crime, which is very common nowadays. It's the fake news. So what they do, once they have to pay a bill, instead of paying this bill, they just start slandering, defamation. It was horrible. I have traumas still that if I go to a library or a bookstore, I would even cry because I feel afraid of why do I have all this knowledge, and instead of just getting my compensations of the results of years of studies and languages that I speak and travels and work, I get slandered, defamed, and they just don't pay the bill. So it caused me like massive problems. My lawsuits are worth like millions of dollars, and but that's the funniest thing. That's why we created the fund, the Bring Civilization Back Trust. Is and it also relates to the Huffington Post article about the white collar crime, how whites so favor, like what's wrong in society nowadays. And this is something that we're discussing on politics, especially in Italy, which is like why we how come we have a situation that police officers, I have the approval of police officers, Secretary Attorney of Florida, like the Brazilian Embassy in Washington, they called me like beautiful. The Thai Embassy in London, they sent me a list of the attorneys I have to talk. The American Embassy in Dublin, the American Embassy in Abu Dhabi, the police in Dubai, and then, okay, but we need to execute. I mean, everybody, the whole society understands the defendants, they acted bad, that what name is going to be given if it was robbery, stealing, by mistake, whatever, but they acted bad. But how come it's been 1.5 years and I just have my problems getting worse and worse every day, as these people just do not get the problem solved? Because the problems are still there. It's 1.5 years, so this is what we're doing today. So that's the part that we discuss. What's this gap that even with the total support of the authorities, the society, like once you want to really execute lawsuits, you end up over and over with this line of attorneys asking for cash payments. What's wrong in the legal system? Why they need cash payments? Why they are not like that? One of the things that we should create a public legal system so that the attorneys, they have, because the police is overwhelmed. I do understand that part. The police is, they just do not, they can't cope up with so much white collar crime. But then you have the attorneys, they're like, but they need payments, and then the state should provide those payments. Like, especially in a situation like mine, that every police officer, they understand I was victim of slandering, of robbery, that was robbed. So I have the secretary of the Broward County, the Florida, the courthouse. When I was there, like they see, there's a lot of elements of criminal, civil. It's a complex. White collar are difficult and expensive lawsuits. So how come you end up stuck into attorneys asking for cash, and you like, my money is in the hands of the defendants. Like, how come can I ask a defendant to pay for my attorney to make the defendants pay me? It's a no situation. But it's been over 1.5 years. Obviously, the bills, they keep growing. It's more expensive now. That's what I'm reporting to the defendants. They have constant communications from me. And so this, the one we're doing now, today is April 1st, is to update the invoices. I'm being very generous also because I'm a deal maker. That's how I build up millions of dollars on sales, which is like, it's a quarantine time, so I'm not charging any fee from March. Okay, let's believe that there was no shipments happening, and but I'm updating the invoice, and then I'm writing that we have this that because of quarantine, whatever, we're not considering the bills from March. So that's what we're doing right now. So we're sending this video, and then there's all the chapters. It's all public, so everybody can know. Everybody says, oh, but the defendants are exposed. Like, the defendants, they have a copy of the entire lawsuit for over 1.5 years in their hands. I sent to them by registered mail the entire case. So like I have absolutely everything. So if they still did not pay, if they don't get the problem, so it is what it is, like. And then we have a problem of force majeure, which is the lack of qualified attorneys to really execute the cases, because they're not paying by their own will. So they're going to really have a proper response once they definitely have a notification from the police or from the courthouse that they have to, because they're not really, this is not going friendly, like they're not responding, they're not paying, they're just, and we have even through the Better Business Bureau in Texas, we managed to get a response from one of the defendants that they are doing business, they are those my suppliers, they are shipping my product to my clients, but they're just not paying the bill. So, and actually my case is so interesting because I sent to them a termination agreement, and that was a very, even their attorneys like, but this was a fantastic deal, why they didn't just pay straight away? That was in 2018, and they're like, it's just let me go, I'll transfer the whole project to them and let me go. And they just didn't pay, didn't respond, everything. So so stay tuned, there's more chapters, there's more things coming. Like we're using this whole case on politics for two reasons. Number one is the white collar age. It's the crime age, so it's a lot of crime, and there's all this problem because most everybody talks just about big white collar crimes, like big scandals, like the president of Brazil embezzled $200 billion. But no, white collar crimes are all over the place. It's awful. I believe it's related to the internet, easy access to everybody. It's very easy to copy and paste documents and make fraudulent documents with a computer. And the internet, you know, just why I would send by email, online banking, you know, it's very easy, so that's why. But the number one reason also is globalization, because I am Italian, and there is rice in Italy, there is slate in Italy, there is cheese in Italy. Okay, so why are we, because of globalization, forced to try to find cheaper sources and then trying to make it the Italian way, because the customers, they want to buy Italian products, and then we replace this with Thai products, Brazilian products, American products, that we're offering all our service, attention, and then we have all this success, and then this is what I'm facing. You know, like, this is totally out of control. I hope all this chaos we're living now, especially coronavirus, is also related to globalization. It's China. It's how easy this virus has been spread out all over the world, from China, like everywhere. Why China creates this bacteria, these viruses, whatever, like, because there's a lot of dirt and pollution, contamination. You know, that's all goes against. So we're fighting here to bring civilization back. And it's the whole thing. It's globalization and it's fair trade. Us using the words of the Brazilian embassy in Washington, that they promote fair trade. So they're really conscious about my case in Brazil, for example, and the Thai embassy in London, also with the scandal there with Mass Choices Tuna and TMP rice mill, the rice and the tuna, and the American embassies in America is more impersonal, but it's just the police officers and people in general, American people in general, they're all shocked with what the Williams made against me, and also other Americans are trying to help me, and how the White House specialties treats everybody. You know, there is an attorney also that they contact Jamie Williams, and they just hang up in his face, like certain that they're not going. I have no idea what the whole thing is, but sometimes I think in America they just want to live the day and take the risks, like a guy Thelma and Louise kind of lifestyle, that they just live the day and they're like there's no tomorrow. So if one day the Williams get arrested, the company busted and shut down, like they will be fine. They'll be in jail, whatever, like just, yeah, but we enjoyed our time. We were spending all this money in 2018, 2019. We bought this new house. We bought this fancy car. We toured around Texas, you know, like, maybe that's the logic behind, because America is very serious. Once the police takes action, I don't think there's going to be much left. So, but anyway, they're just hanging up on attorneys, like ignoring letters. And Mark Berg from White House Specialties, like, he organized the conference call, and he said he didn't have the documents. He made us send all the package again, like making money and time out of nothing, because I was looted and robbed and I have no cash. And then I made this extra effort for this serious conversation with this gentleman representing White House Specialties cheese, and it just does not show up. He leaves everybody stranded. Me, Cassandra, the attorney in Ireland. It just does not. Dwayne Hunt, also from Watson's, made something similar. That was Thanksgiving last year. He promised he was covering his bill and would be out of this, but he played us for like 2-3 weeks at the time of paying the bill, and he just does not show up. It's awful. And Elaine Gerber it was also awful. She wrote a horrible letter to the Better Business Bureau, repeating slandering, defamation, and against me, and But anyways, the only good thing is that she reported, that was honest, that she reported how much she was buying from Alexandre Almeida. And Alexandre Almeida sent us a thread like a couple of weeks ago. It took like 1 week to get the attorney to talk from the slate. That's the slate in Brazil. Once he talks, it's threats, and it's like, but horrible, like saying that he's going to report me to the police for his land. I mean, totally out of the blue, you know, crazy stuff. So look, stay tuned, and look, let's hope this dark age comes to something a bit more civilized, whatever. And so we are here, okay. We have a new email, uk@LEgroupoperations.com, and because of all these problems this month, we're using this email address. So stay tuned. There'll be more tourism, more funny things to watch in our channel, and also as soon as we have a proper infrastructure and professional, you stay tuned. Okay, so there'll be more to come. Okay, so all right. So look, enjoy your quarantine, and hope this whole madness that's going the whole world comes to an end soon. We're all very bored at the end of the day. Okay, all right. Cheers.